Hi everyone, I am Maggie Glazer, your instructor for Lifespan Developmental Psychology, and I'm going to make this short video for you about the upcoming assignment that's due called Science of Developmental Psychology. And I'm going to show you the instructions and where to find the instructions and what to do for that assignment. So let us get started. I will share my desktop here so you can see here that I'm at the home page. I click on the name and number of the course, and that brings me to the home page. Then I'm going to click on content for all the information for the course is under content. There it goes. And we're going to take a look at where you can find information about this assignment. It's in a few different places. One of them is course information. You can look at course information here and go to assignments, instructions for all the assignments are there. You can also go to, on the left-hand side here, Science of Developmental Psychology worksheet is here with the instructions. And then we also have it under week 3. In the content of week 3, the assignment is here. All the instructions are here. So we're going to start here, and I'm going to download the worksheet. That's the first thing you'll do is download the worksheet. The worksheet is here, so you'll download this, type directly on it. So you can just click on download here and then download as a Word doc or into the Google Docs also. And then you'll submit it after you complete it. You'll just save it on your computer and then submit it. So here's the worksheet. You're going to briefly describe the steps of the scientific method. I suggest just doing a Google search or looking in the textbook or other textbooks has these steps of the scientific method. So you will respond here. And then you'll briefly describe and explain each of these methodologies that are used in developmental psychology. These are research methodologies. This is how developmental psychologists do research. So here they are: correlation research, experimental research, longitudinal research, cross-sectional research. And one paragraph is fine, just a short paragraph using your own words. You can see chapter 1 in the HDev book. Chapter 1 in your book will have information about those research methodologies. Then your next step, you're going to use the SCTCC library database and find one peer-reviewed journal article about developmental psychology topic of interest. So if you're interested in infancy, attachment, you're interested in Erickson's theory, you're interested in adolescence, you're interested in old age, whatever it is that you're in, whatever topic that you're interested in. If you have trouble thinking up a topic, just flip through your book. You'll find plenty of topics in there. So you'll look up a topic that's of interest to you and find an article that's peer reviewed. And then in the box to the right, you're going to copy the article's title. So whatever the title is, the author's name and the journal title, and briefly describe what makes this article peer-reviewed and a credible source. Okay. Okay, so you might ask, well, where do I get these articles? What you're going to do is go into the library. Here, let us go into the library here. Let's see here. Go to current students and you'll find the well, I think you'll find the library here. And you don't. Here, under student stuff. I think that'll be there. All right, I hope. You can look here. We are looking for the library. There's the library. click on the library, it'll bring you to here. And then here, there's how to doing a search. Use all of the resources here if you don't know how to find articles. How to video on one search, quick search guide to the library catalog. That's what you're going to use. YouTube videos too, explaining how to use the library. So there are lots of information about the library. If you're still unsure, go ahead, stop into the library, ask the librarians. You can also call them, have Zoom meetings with them. They'll be happy to help you find what you need, okay? So that's what you'll do. You'll find that article. Oh yeah, here are some attachment, peer relationships, parenting, marriage, love, ADHD, autism, retirement, heart disease, all kinds of things that you can look up. So you'll just copy paste the article's title, the article's name, and the journal title. Um, and then you'll copy and paste the article's APA style reference. Here, you'll put the reference there. The reference includes information about how your reader can find that source. And you can also look for information here. Let's take a look here. Again, let's go back to course information, and you can find APA resources. It tells you about there's a video about in-text citations in the library there, citing sources, APA style tutorial, 7th edition. The Purdue OWL Online Writing Lab is a really good source. Let's take a look at that because it'll show you how to, this is AP, we're looking for APA here. It'll show you how to do in-text cites and references. There's an introduction here. Formatting and style guide. You want to take a look at in-text citations, the basics, and then references to the basics. A reference list is here. It'll show you how to do that. Here's a sample paper too to give you quick. You'll use a student paper. This one here. And you can see what in-text citations look like. Let's find one here. Here's an in-text citation right here. Has the author's last name et al. If there are 3 or more authors, and then the date of the article. Let's scroll down and see what the references look like. Here they are. This is what a reference looks like. It has, depending on what type of reference it is, it'll have different information, but you can see here what to include there. And there's also a place in the library when you find an article, it'll say cite, or there'll be a little icon on the right-hand side. Look for it, and that'll give you the APA reference. Okay, so that's where you can find information about APA style. We'll go back to our worksheet here. Copy paste the APA style reference, copy paste the article's APA style citation. Now, pay attention to the reference and the citation. This is where most students get mixed up. The citation is going to be the author's last name and date, or the author's last name and date, or the author, the first author et al., and the date is going to be there. The reference is the full information. And then briefly describe the article's methods or methodology. You'll find when you are looking at your article, scroll down until you see the methods or methodology, and it'll tell you what the methods that they use or how they did the research. You can just briefly describe it. This was a correlational study with infants, or this is a correlation. This is an experimental study of adolescents. And social media use, or whatever it is. Briefly describe what the research was about and the author's findings. How are these findings relevant to developmental psychology? You can find the findings or the results under the discussion is probably the best place to look for it. Otherwise, look in the abstract too. So you will just type right on the responses right in here. Now, keep in mind in the future in this course, assignments will require you to find peer-reviewed articles and use APA style citations and references. So the objective of this assignment is to help you, with finding articles and getting comfortable with citations and references. Okay, so that's preparing you for the future. Like I said, if you have questions, go ahead and go into the librarians, or you can let me know, or look at all the resources that we have posted on D2L under course information, and also online. There's lots of resources online. Okay, excellent. So thanks a lot. This is due in the next couple of weeks. You can take a look at D2L to see when it is due. Well, let's do that right now. We can look here. It'll tell you. Here it is. The assignment is right here. So you can just look on the assignment, or you can look in the assignment folder. Or here, you can also look in the schedule. It'll tell you what the due date is also. Okay, excellent. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, you can get started working on that. Thank you. Bye-bye.